I totally agree. And I feel like you don't even have to really go that far into really being able to. Yeah, low-key. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Paying for friends. And paying to get tortured, and then you supposedly get friends.
Mm-hmm. Educated game, baby.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Like, no lie, y'all. That's literally what it is. Games. Don't get caught up, y'all.
Hey guys, my name's Ronnie.
And I'm Nas.
And we are New Girls on the Block.
Yes.
So this weekend we have a special treat for y'all. We taking it back to how we used to do it.
Yeah. We've been kind of falling off a little. Like, the organization that we used to do. We used to have like the segments and stuff. And yeah, we haven't been putting enough like time into it. Yeah.
We've been giving y'all like story times almost.
Yeah.
Like just having discussions, but we want to bring it back to a more structured format.
Period.
So yes, tell us how y'all feel about the format in the comments below, but let's get into it.
Yeah.
So this week we have a special topic for y'all. We're going to be talking about leveling up.
Period.
And the steps to take to get rid of your 9 to 5 or just start to transition out into doing your own thing. Because I'm a firm believer that happiness comes from doing what you really want to do in life. And if you find yourself constantly burnt out, depressed, or just overly stressed at a job and feeling like you're not getting the benefits, like that might be a sign for you to move on.
Exactly. I feel like a lot of people get stuck into that, like, dang, this is a job, this is my job, I gotta do it. I don't like it, but it's giving me money. And then kind of just being stuck in that. But
they get comfortable.
Yeah, and not even comfortable, because most people be uncomfortable in their jobs, but they just feel like, this all I could do, this all I got, I'm gonna do it because I gotta make this money, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm starting to be so over it. I was never a type that, like, I feel like jobs always come and go. And I'm never the type to, like, really, like, stick to something like, I gotta be here, I gotta do. Because I feel like they not sticking to me, unless it's, like, something that's, like, really...
a partnership or, like, a mutual understanding. Like,
these jobs do not
mentorship.
care. They'll fire you right on the spot and do not care. So it's like, why am I putting my all and, like, really, like, dedicating my life to a job that's...
not even
don't care about me. Yeah, so
I feel it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about this week. Well, one of our little segments, but first things first, we always gotta recap our week.
So.
Actually, it's been 2 weeks because we did miss the last one.
It was break.
Yeah, it was Mother's Day. We didn't really we both had things going on, so we didn't get time to film that day.
Yes, but we back.
Period. So how's your 2 weeks been?
So my 2 weeks have been like very eventful. I feel like I don't know if I needed this break. If God was like, hey baby, I'm about to send you some shit. Like I feel like it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I'm still here. I'm still on top. I'm still like popping. Yeah. So, I can't complain too much. I've been feeling like I've been going through ups and downs with my day job, but all in all, it's pushing me to like really focus on what I want to do and what really makes me happy, and putting myself in that zone of like uncomfortable or being comfortable with getting even more uncomfortable. Yeah. Because I'm not as comfortable as I would like to be at my job. So I'm at a point where I'm just like, okay, do I want to keep doing this, or do I want to really put myself outside of the box and really do something that might seem scary but might have a super high payoff rate with my happiness, with my stability, and probably way more long-term income. So
I totally agree. So is that the whole little recap of your
besides that, well, that's like more of last week, and this past week I feel like I've been channeling that energy into actually starting to like really think about what I want to do, what the next 3 to 5 years of my life is going to be looking like, and really like saying, okay, if I'm saying I want a side hustle, do it look like working for somebody else, or does it look like me taking a leap of faith and working on things I really want to work on, like things that make me happy. And I feel like I've been working on more things that make me happy. I've been doing more makeup.
Yes, and y'all, she slayed. My little sister's makeup for her prom. Oh my gosh, she was getting compliments left and right. She book her if y'all live in LA. Y'all need your makeup done. She definitely do. Yes. So y'all better book her.
So I just been getting back to the basics and just really just using the talents that God gave me, and really been just trying to run it up. I got more appointments this weekend, and hopefully I'm gonna continue to like just rebuild up my clientele while I figure out what I'm gonna do on the bigger scale.
Yeah, I love that. Yes. I absolutely love that.
What about you?
So my week was my 2 weeks have been very eventful too. Same with work it's been crazy stuff going on. Interesting stuff has been going on. But nevertheless, I've been the same way. I've been trying to really like figure out what I want from life and what I really want to be doing career-wise. What I want to be doing I feel like, because I don't want to say career, because I'm the type of person who likes to do multiple things and like to try new things, and I don't like to be stuck in something for too long. So I just want to branch out to see if it is like, see other, like different side hustles, different things like that.
Be interested in.
Yeah, so I've been really like branching out and just trying to figure out life, really.
Do you have any idea in what fields you may be interested in moving
into? Well, everybody knows we do podcasts. So I've been really looking into more of like getting into video editing and branching out my skills with that, updating my skills. My brother has a photography business. He wants to scale his business more, and I'm like, period, I'm here for it. I'm already working on in media, and he has like a lot of clients who needs video editing, so fingers crossed I'm gonna do basically like
the family business.
It's expanding, and I really want to help him and support him and help the family business scale and prosper. And I love working with things with like media. I love doing photo editing and stuff like that, so I just need to like work on my skills a little bit more to really get to his top tier level. But
I feel like if you focus on it, you could definitely pick up on the skills real fast. Because you've been doing it, so you have a general idea of the direction to go. I feel like it's just polishing up what you already know.
Exactly. So
a few extra things.
That's what I'm looking into, like my next steps in life. But other than that, my weeks have been good. My little sister had her prom. It was really, girl, these kids now,
they be going all out.
They be going all out. My prom had like 10 people. I looked pretty busted and I didn't care, but I was like, oh, I'm in a dress, had my hair done. But it's like they had so much, like, they all looked like royalty. It was like over 200, 250, 300 people plus at their event. And these are like high schoolers. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they little mini celebrities.
For real. They had the boys, all of the, I guess the boys. They picture blown up, like a wall of all of them, and like big, girl, I'm gonna show you the pictures. I didn't even get to show you, but yeah, they went all out. It was a really nice event. Everybody was really cool. They had food. They had a cheesecake.
I wish I could have made it.
I know, girl. I wish you would have came.
Girl, I'm working.
They had wings. They had like mac and cheese. It was bomb. But that cheesecake, girl, I was like, and I'm not even a big fan.
I love cheesecake. Yeah. That's my favorite pastry. So I know I would have been in there.
And they had they had so much left over. Like, they had whole cheesecakes left over. I was like, let me not be fat.
And walk out of here with that cheesecake. That would have been me, or I was like, put your jacket up, hide me. I would have got some cheesecake for the both of us.
I didn't want to be greedy. I didn't want to be looking like the hungry girl fishing for food. But it was bomb. I took a slice. I ate it at home. I'm like, yo, this is it. But overall, it was really good. They had a really nice time. She was trying to go. Do you remember LA Live after prom? Was that ever a thing for y'all?
I don't remember.
Girl, that mess. She was trying to go. I'm like,
so lame. She told me she was going to something from like 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock to 5.
That's LA Live.
I'm gonna see.
And
did she make it?
No, she didn't. My brother was like, that, people were getting shot up there.
Yeah, sheesh.
So she didn't go.
Not the LA Live.
For real, because and when I went to prom, they was talking about LA Live. I was like,
That's like
I'm okay. Yeah, like even little kids trying to be grown, go to LA Live. But yeah, nah.
Not to 5 a.m.
For real. And then my brother's fiance was saying like, when she went, she ended up going, and it was hard drugs, all types of stuff in there. So I'm like,
not they doing crackdown to the
yeah, like what? So overall, she did not go.
Initiation into fucked up the adulthood.
For real. So she didn't go, but she did have a good time at prom, and overall, it was a good week for me, like event-wise, work-wise. That's another story. But, you know, we're getting through it, y'all.
Yes, but that actually inspired our topic today.
Yes.
Like, we're going to be talking about leveling up, like when you just feel like it's time to make a transition, whether it be in your personal life, your career life, but really mainly your career life.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, like I'm a firm believer in just doing what really makes you happy. Like I feel like your job in life is to kind of find out what you want to do and how to make money around what you want to do, so it doesn't feel like work.
I think that too, but I feel like it's even more so not finding what you want to do for money. I feel like the money, if you find out what you want to do and just even go for it, the money, like the benefits are going to come. You don't even have to think about, I'm doing this and I like to do it for money. I feel like once you find out what you really want to do, like it's going to come, because it's just, and I feel like that's a law of attraction. Like your true passions in life and your true purpose in life is going to get you the benefits that you do, as long as you are looking for it, going for it.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like you're going to have the most drive to do what you really like to do, and as long as you pair that drive with consistency and like dedication, like you said, the money going to come regardless. So that's what we're going to be talking about this week. We're going to be talking about 3 different ways you can level up in your career and in your transition into like finding out what really makes you happy and what you really want to do in your life.
Yes. So, the first topic. So basically, the 3 important things you should do when trying to transition out of your 9 to 5. Number one, networking. Yes. I feel like when people used to say that, like, it's all about who you know, I didn't think of it as, you know, that much, but it truly is, y'all. Like, and not to say like, oh, if you don't know this person, you're never gonna be successful. It's really about you going out there and getting yourself
and
known, talking to people, not being so antisocial, and I feel like I used to have a really bad. I used to be so antisocial. Like, I used to have like anxiety thinking about talking to people, thinking about calling a business. Like when I was in college, like I was like so, I don't know what it was, but I had really bad social anxiety, and I didn't like do what I should have been doing in college, like really networking and meeting new people and like
making connection.
Yeah, business wise and stuff like that. Cause I know it was like, you know, everybody in college like are going on their own path, but I feel like that was an issue for me, and it was a like kind of like a setback for me that I kind of didn't branch out as much as I should have when I was going through that. Yeah,
I feel that, because I feel like I kind of did the same thing. I didn't really join too many clubs. I'm like, I'm here to graduate, learn what I need to learn, get out. Like, I enjoyed my classes, but I wasn't like, I was like, I gotta work.
Yeah.
Like, I have a real job, I have real things to worry about. Yeah. But I feel like a part of the benefit of going to college is meeting people that will connect you to different things socially and like in your career after you graduate. Like, that's the reason why people have fraternities, sororities, clubs, different things.
I totally agree. And I feel like you don't even have to really go that far into really being able to. Yeah, low key. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Paying for friends. And paying to get tortured, and then you supposedly their friend.
Educated game, baby.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Like, no lie, y'all. That's literally what it is. Gangs. Don't get caught up, y'all.
Don't get paid to get spit on, y'all.
For real. But yeah, I do feel like that was it something that set me back, and I'm not saying that that's like, oh, it ruined my life. But I I feel like I learned now that how important connections are and how important meeting people and like networking is. Even with, because I have previous businesses like the juicing business that I had, I made so much connections and literally it's crazy, y'all.
Based off of your personality.
Yeah, and it's like I was really like, and I was passionate about it at the time being, but I just knew that this isn't like the connecting with people was the part that I was like really into, but the backside of it, like I had to do everything and I had to like manage the finance. It was like a lot. So when I would go, I would like do pop-ups and go to events and stuff. And then like with networking, I was telling people like, this is what I got, and I was really like passionate about what I did.
I remember you.
I was on it, and I felt like I got a connection with someone. So I got a connection with somebody, and he was like, "Oh, I want you to vend at my event." So I vended at his event. I got a connection with this lady who worked for the city. That's how I got the Obama event from his event. And it's like, I did the Obama event I'm sure y'all don't know what it is, but it was basically a street that got changed to Obama Avenue, and it was a big street fair, and I was able to work within it. And then with that, like, it just scaled, and I know if I would have kept it going, it would have scaled even bigger, because it was just like so.
I would have found her deuces and stories, y'all.
Low key, but let me not get down about it, but. But no, I just know that wasn't really like, I mean, I was passionate about the connections and passionate about what I did, but when it started gaining on and all like the paperwork behind it, I couldn't vend anymore because I needed like certifications and then the money behind the licensing. I couldn't even like, it was so much stuff, and I felt like during that time, it was like I was going through a lot personally, and with that, I was just like, okay, I need to take a break. I'm not about to be doing. And then COVID hit.
Oh, I forgot about COVID.
Yeah, for real. So
real stop. Carry on.
That was right, because I started my business in 2019. I was all that whole year of 2019. I was really like grinding and stuff. Then
you were doing the juicing and the meal planning.
Yeah. I forget about that. I try to block that out of my life, low key, because. Y'all, that's a whole nother
And this is how talented she is, y'all, because she was good at it all.
Yeah.
But it also shows that you can apply the same things that you're good at with networking and meeting people with something that you actually want to do.
Exactly.
Because if you could do it with something like juicing or meal planning that you don't see yourself doing, imagine how you can apply that to what you see yourself doing.
Exactly, y'all. So I feel like the drive was there, but the behind the scenes and all of this stuff, like making it, I didn't care to, like literally this was just an idea. I was like, juicing? All right. Like I swear it wasn't even like something that I was like, always wanted to do. I wasn't really into
like
it.
Super passionate.
Yeah, so it was just like, I'm gonna try it and see where it takes me. And it was taking me places, but it wasn't what my passion was. So I took that break. COVID hit. I was like, I'm not about to be vending at, like I couldn't even vend because it was no events. And I was just like, this isn't really what I want to do anyway. I don't really want to be like out and having to like luggage everything. And then I wasn't like, I was making money, but it was all going back into the business. It was like hard for me to focus on like really like I have bills to pay. Like this would have been good if I didn't have no bills.
Yeah.
I would have for sure like, but it was like, it wasn't really
generated enough revenue independently.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, I don't really want to do it. I had to squeeze lemons, y'all, and that was like a lot. So I was just like, yeah, this isn't really what I want to do. So I took that break, but now I'm still kind of trying to find really what I'm passionate of. And that's how I know, like, whatever I do find, y'all, it is.
You gonna go off.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe in it.
Thank you, girl. But yeah, that was my whole little business venture that I went on, and I knew that I could do it, but it was just like, it wasn't what I was passionate about.
Yeah. You learn skills, but now you just gotta find out where to apply them. Basically.
Exactly.
So yes, that's a pro tip number one. Find out what you're really passionate about. Like,
oh no, that's number two.
Oh,
this was networking. Sorry, y'all. This was networking, but we started leading into the
that transition was so smooth. networking.
Yes.
It's like, everybody always say it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly.
You gotta know a little something, but it's really about talking to people, showing your personality. Because like, you could have the same skill set as 10 different people. What's gonna set you aside is your personality and what you bring to the table as an individual. Like, y'all can all have the same recipe, but you gonna make that sauce a little different, you know?
Exactly.
So I feel like
a little, like, I even noticed like other vendors. Yeah, you could tell, like, and even like when I go to events now, if it's somebody who's not like, you're not gonna be gravitated to somebody who's just sitting in the back. Yeah. Who's just like on their phone while they have their product right here. You're not gonna, even if it's like the best product, you're not gonna want to go
towards them.
Yeah,
it's not like welcoming. It's not like. And I feel like it's in the law of attraction. Like it don't seem like they're into it, so why would I be into it?
Exactly. So I've been like seeing like other people, and I'm like, how are they even? I don't know. It's like, So it's like, it's really about how you are networking and putting yourself out there. Because even network, like somebody who not really passionate could go up to somebody like, hey, I'm interested. But it's the vibes. It's like how, like people see that within somebody. They see the drive. They see the passion. They see who they really are. So that's an important.
And if you're working hard, people are going to want to be attracted to you naturally because they want to be around somebody who's working hard.
Exactly.
I feel like if if you understand that you could do what you love to do, like people are going to naturally gravitate towards it because it's going to be like, it's going to look so easy. Like
I totally agree.
But yeah, and keep networking. I feel like we have to always remember to network across too. Because I feel like oftentimes you try to network directly up, and sometimes those people, like no matter how cool they are with you, they might not be the people who put you on, but you might have somebody who is in your life on an everyday level, like your sibling or like a friend that you knew from high school that has a similar vision from you, or somebody a coworker that y'all have a similar mindset, and when y'all come together, like y'all can really create some cool shit and not always network up, but network horizontally.
Exactly.
And use the resources you have in your like inner circle to like build you up. You know?
Exactly. I totally agree. And even I was just gonna reference when I was meal prepping, that was a totally different story. How you got me the connection with that
So Raven.
Yeah, and I was basically looking for a celebrity, because she put me out there, and I wasn't even really putting myself out there, but
I was like,
that's
my girl.
Yeah, so I was able to even meal prep for somebody who was like out there in the community. So I feel like networking across and even having people who are as supportive around you.
Who generally want to see you, genuinely and genuinely want to see you win.
Exactly. Because if you got haters and like people who are not supportive, who even, because it's so sad when I hear and when I see people like this, like anything you tell your friend, it's like, you really about to be doing that?
That's not your friend
at all. Like if you have people around you that's like that,
when you tell them like good ideas or things you want to do, they always have something negative to say, like, that's just a reflection of them.
Exactly.
And do not surround yourself with people like that.
At all.
If you really want to level up, you're going to have to sacrifice, and you're going to have to eliminate some people and keep them at an arm's distance if they're not supporting what you want to do and supporting your dreams. Because like you only have one life, and people are going to project on you what they're doing with their life. They're not wanting to like think bigger, or they're thinking like, well, why go out and risk this when you could just be safe here? Like, no. And not everybody's going to have the mindset of like taking a risk to like really follow your dreams.
Exactly.
So you can't, like, what they say, take everything with a grain of salt. Like,
and I feel that wholeheartedly. Like so many people who, we would think as friends, when you start a business, it's like, where y'all at? And you don't even have to necessarily, like, I feel like a lot of people like, oh, they don't buy from me. That's cool. But even like, you're not even gonna say like, it's like silence, and that's like, wow, that really shows who's really like supportive. But that even shows the true character of them, and it shows the true character of you. Don't take it with a grain, like as whatever this quote is, but just don't take it personally. Just know that they're not on the level you are.
Same wavelength.
Yeah, and just keep going. Don't let people get you down for, because if you're passionate about it, then it's going to be. Yeah. And make that
Passion, drive, and consistency.
Yeah. So that's leading on to our next little important thing. Passion is number one. I feel like, and I feel like that's the reason why they just ended up stopping for me, because that was not, and I'm not saying like, oh, I regret it not, because I know it wasn't really what I wanted to do.
Yeah, so, and you learned a lot from it.
Exactly.
You were successful at it. You just, that wasn't your passion. And some people can't even say that. They did something successfully and they were able to walk away. Like some people get caught up in money. And then you're able to see, like I said earlier, you can have those skill set and now apply it to something else.
Exactly.
But if you would have never tried and seen that you didn't like it, then you would never have met those people, know that you could do it and apply it to something else,
I totally agree.
So it was all a part of the story.
Yeah. Have you ever had anything that you felt like you were doing, but you weren't passionate about it, and you felt like you had to like step away? That you thought you were like,
that I thought I was really passionate. I feel like lashing. Like during COVID, like I was doing makeup before COVID, but during COVID I wasn't getting as many makeup clients. Like people weren't going anywhere. Yeah. But the thing about COVID was it's like girls wanted their lashes done and their lip gloss. Like you could wake up looking cute. Like it's more permanent than wearing something like makeup. Yeah. But I realized that even though like lashing, it brought me money, like when I was doing it at my height, I was like having 3 clients a day, 2-3 clients a day. But I would spend all day, like it would be days where I didn't even eat, and I would just be lashing all day, and I would make money, yes, but I was just like, this is not really what I want to do. It's not as like how do you say, it's not as like creative as to me as doing makeup. Like when I do makeup, it's like a blank canvas and I make something come alive. Like it's colors and you have to mix. It's almost like a painter or something. And when I'm doing makeup, I could be doing makeup for hours and be like, okay, who next? Like I don't have no desire to just be like, I don't want to do this. And it's challenging because sometimes, girl, I'll be doing somebody's makeup and halfway through I'll be like, like this about to look crazy. But I always pull through and it's just like a process and it's like, it's really rewarding. But with lashing, it's rewarding at the end because it looks good, but it's not the same artistic expression. And you kind of get a similar look each time. But with makeup, you get something drastically different each time, and you get to like reference old things, and like I can inspire with lashes sometimes, but like it's not the same as makeup. So I would say definitely lashing. Like it was a good source of revenue, and I'll still do it from time to time for people that I like my family and my friends. But overall, I'd rather do makeup or even something else like in communications, like our podcast, than be doing lashing, because it's just like 2 hours of doing something. Like, if y'all know me, I can't see. Like, I already have bad vision. I'll be straining my eyes, just trying to. So, Yeah,
I feel like that is, I guess it's a lot of time that you have to put into that, and you're not getting the creative juices flowing.
I did learn a lot about marketing. Like I was able to get more clients. I did business for the first time. I did Google business, so I know what like different marketing strategies are, like the benefit of pushing your website up to the Google searches so people can find you. Just different stuff. But I can now apply that to something else that I'm interested in. So I totally agree. I think if you don't have a passion to do something, it's always gonna be something in the back of your head that make you wanna like wake up in the morning and just be like, I'd rather be in bed than doing this. But I don't want to do that. Like there's nothing like, I feel like society be trying to like, or maybe even society and your voice inside make it seem like you either have to get the job and not be passionate about it, but you're making the money, and it's just like, hey, I have a job that I don't like, but it's paying my bills.
Yeah.
Or you have something you like, but you can't make money from it.
Mm-hmm.
But I refuse to think that I could live in this lifetime and not find some type of balance.
Exactly.
Of being financially comfortable and doing what I love, you know?
I totally agree, and I feel like even me, and I feel like it's like just like ingrained in our psyches from what we grew up as, like, oh, you need the job, you need to have that security, you need to have blah blah blah. So even like sometimes I'm like, but I'm like, oh dang it, like if I lose this, I'm gonna lose my money. But then it's like, well, what? When you think like that, I swear, like I feel like
that's when you're attractive.
Yeah. So I'm like, I really force myself not to even like. I know for a fact that jobs and all of this, like working for somebody else completely, like that really don't have no passion or don't care, is not what life is, you know? And I feel like we really have to, as people, as individuals, find out what we really like to do and find out things that we like. And not saying that because literally, like, not everybody, some people are passionate about 9 to 5, some people they like the community or the structure of 9 to 5s, and that's different than, because I feel like a lot of people do put that strain on other people to, like, quit that 9 to 5.
Boss up.
Yeah.
Not everybody's meant to be a boss.
Exactly.
But not everybody, like, I feel like society makes you sometimes feel like you have to be in a 9 to 5 and have some kind of stability, but, like, you have yourself. Like, everything you need is, like, in yourself, and if you really go for it, like, there's things that can hold you back, but, like, you never know until you do it. And, like, working for somebody else, if you're not in some kind of partnership, it's not like the 1950s no more. Like, I just don't see, like, I'll be thinking about, like, what would life look like if I worked for one company for the next 20 years of my life or 10 years of my life? Like,
I can't even picture that.
I don't know if it's trust issues. I just don't feel like anybody else has the interest of me the way I have the interest of me. And, like, I just don't see how I could put my kids through I don't see how I could put my kids through college and live the life where I could take vacations and do what I want to do and buy what I want to buy and live the lifestyle I want to live, working for somebody else.
Exactly.
Because they're always going to be like, well, you have to do this to get this. And my worth and my future shouldn't be dependent on what somebody else thinks I deserve. You know?
Exactly. I totally agree. I feel like the whole structure of, like, working for somebody else and, like, being like, oh, I'm stuck in, I could work for like 10 years with this company, or I'm gonna work for 10 years with this company and move up and stuff. It's like, no matter what, it's always an ability for them to not like what you're putting out, or them to not like you, or for them to, like, not agree with certain stuff you do and let you go. Even CEOs of the company, like, so it's like, why not put that effort and put that into something that I'm more passionate about, something more creative? Because I just hate, I feel like I'm a creative person, and I feel like my structure of myself, I can't be stuck in just like a regular, like, for too long, because and I know it, because every time
you do it,
it's like
it don't work.
It don't work.
Yeah.
And I've been trying, but I'm just like, why am I putting myself through this when I know I'm not meant for this, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a sign from God to, like, you know, I'm gonna let you do what you do right now, but you know, it's gonna be signs that's showing you.
That's why I'll just be like, this can't be it. Like, this can't be it. And I'll be like, dude, some people wake up and just be like, this is okay. Like,
I think that's
okay.
the comfortability, whatever
it's not okay.
But I feel like a lot of people do get too comfortable, and a lot of people do get like, yeah, I'm just gonna live my life. A lot of people like the repetitiveness of some stuff, like
stability.
Of like, oh, I'm gonna go wake up at 8 a.m., go to my job at 9, get off at 5, come home, eat dinner, go to sleep, do it all again. I feel like my personality and my structure, I don't like stuff like that. Like, I don't like just a plain structure. I like to be able to have free time when I want. I like to be able to enjoy life and not think of like everything is about money, because literally like we're here on this earth for a purpose. We're here. I feel like when you manifest what you want in life, you gonna get what you want. Yeah, what you want. Yeah. So I feel like if I'm really manifesting that I want financial freedom and like to live my life the way then it's showing me the signs. Like I feel like that's God, that's manifestation. It's all coming together. Like, girl, get like, get yourself together and figure out what you really want to do.
And there's so many ways to make money outside of a 9 to 5.
Girl, like literally, people are uploading feet pics, making thousands of dollars a month. Like, it's crazy. And not saying that that's not passion, but see, people are coming up with any kind of ways to get money. So people are uploading freaking YouTube videos of opening toys, opening food, tapping on mics, like literally y'all, this world is, it's like the world is yours. Like
it's your oyster.
Yeah, the world is your oyster, y'all. Y'all just have to figure it out, and that we're in that process. But that's why we love to talk to y'all about it, because we can all go on this journey together. Yeah. And I don't know about y'all ladies and gentlemen and whoever's watching this, boys, girls, men, women, it's time to level up. Yeah,
like, we cannot be stuck in a repetitive cycle. That's what it feels like, just like a hamster on a wheel.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just not it. Like, I want to live a life where I'm miserable going to work, or if I'm feeling like, if I don't do this right, I'm going to lose my job. I'm not going to have nowhere to live. I'm not going to have a way to pay my bills, and just have a constant stress of just like compromising yourself, what you want to do with your life for money. And oftentimes when you're in those situations, it's not even good money that's worth you
sacrificing yourself for. That's like, the crazy thing. It's most of the time it's not good. So I feel like we could really like figure out, like, it's ways to make so much more money than just being trapped in what, you know, the bubble is of working for somebody else and, you know, putting it all into something that's really like not meant for you. And I feel like some things are meant for people, some things aren't. And certain things aren't meant for me. Certain things aren't meant for you. So I feel like finding out the passion in life and finding out what you truly want is
a very important part of being able to transition into that next step of life and just really be living life for fulfillment. And like, just, you should live a life of like, what's the word? Not satisfaction, but like just fullness in what you do. Like, I want to walk down the street. Like, sometimes I drive down the street, it's people that really just be looking happy. Yeah. Like, it look like they coming out they perfect house, and you don't know what people are going through. Yeah. But I know people who be happier when they not struggling at the that they don't want to be at, you know? Exactly. Like, I want to be fulfilled in life.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what the key is. It's just to be fulfilled and enjoy it, because literally, like you said, we have this one life. We are on this planet for a reason. Yeah. Why not get the things you want? Why not get the full effect of the world that you want to live in? You know? Why not scale up? Why not make the sacrifices for your own business or for your own growth? And then actually put it out there to be, you know, as best as you want. And I feel like a lot of people are passionate, but a lot of people don't have the like
drive. I think people will have the drive, but like people have like little things like imposter syndrome, insecurity, like they have lack of knowledge of like what they can actually do with the talents that they actually have. Yeah. Like, I don't know, it's just like so many things, but like, if you don't do it, then like, do you want to die miserable? Like, I don't know, like, I can't, like, I would rather like go out knowing I did everything I wanted to do than just be comfortable and lay back and just be like, live till like just take what I can 80, get. And be miserable and like, no, like, that's just not it.
I want to like live until an old age, but be like chipped up, y'all. Like, make the sacrifices at this age so it can be solid at the old ages, you know? So I feel like we all really need to like just figure it out and level up and really put out the energy that we want our life to be like.
Yes.
You know?
So that comes from being social with networking.
Yes.
Being passionate about what you do, and just really let it go of fear, and just being able to just believe in yourself. Like, no matter how old you are, I always see on Instagram like a 78-year-old graduated from college.
Yeah.
Like, it's never too late to believe in yourself. Like,
ever.
I repeat, it is never too late to believe in yourself and follow your dreams.
Exactly.
Like, you could be 70, you could be 25, you could be 35. Like, do you, because all you have in life is yourself.
Yeah.
And like the things that you create, whether it be your career, the dreams you create from your mind that become reality, family, and just different things that you create. It's up to you how you want to live your life. So
period, y'all. That's
I don't know.
And the last thing, because we have 3 important goals.
Yes.
The last thing, 3 important things, but the last thing is setting goals for yourself. I feel like
this is a very important thing. I feel like the rest, it was like positive things like with manifesting, but actually really setting goals.
And I feel like that's, I'm not even gonna lie, y'all, that's an issue that I have. I feel like I set goals and I'm like, I'll get to it. I'll look at my calendar like, I'm not going to finish that. And I'll be like, not that I don't know, it's just like, and I feel like it could probably be because I have like so much going on.
You can't focus.
Yeah,
and prioritize what you really want to do.
Yeah, so I just feel like I do need to gain more of the organization and the goals wise, and setting the goals and actually like playing them out. That's the thing that's holding me. Yeah, so I feel like that's something that's holding me back, but I'm still learning, y'all, as we all are through this whole journey.
And there's different tools like I know in one episode we talked about journaling, but sometimes journaling, if you're not doing it on a consistent basis, you might have a really good idea this week, but then it stays in your journal because you're not journaling consistently. Yeah. But I find even having something that's visually you can see every day, like I got a calendar that I put next to my refrigerator because I stay in a refrigerator, so I'm gonna see it every day.
That's
so I just put like, I don't try to fill up my calendar with goals for the whole month. I just 1 week at a time, just put 3 things I want to get done that week, rather it be file my taxes, mail something that's important, like apply to different jobs, like just being able to see something, it helps, I think, get to the goals.
I totally agree with that. I feel like I do need more something visual, and like that's smart. I need to get one for my fridge because I stay in the fridge, and I feel like having that organization, even like oh, you need milk, because even stuff like that, like I'll go to the grocery store, spend so much money and
forget,
be like, dang it, I came here for this and came out of here with everything but that, you know. So I feel like organization and finding what works for you, because literally like everything doesn't work for everybody, and I feel like even online calendars don't work for me. I can't keep up with like, oh, I'm about to fill in my Google Calendar with everything I'm doing and everything I'm supposed to do in. I don't know, that don't work for me. Writing stuff down works a little bit better, but I feel like I need to find the perfect thing that works.
I know with my day job, I've been using like a little to-do-list list, and it's like an app you get for free. And putting my stuff on calendars don't really work for me either, but checklists work for me because I can visually just check it throughout the day and say, okay, what's the easiest to get done today? Or what's going to take me the quickest time? And what do I have to think about doing at the end of the week or next week? So just maybe having a checklist, but just whatever works for you, that's the important thing, is finding out what works for you, whether it be calendar, checklist, vision board, whatever works for you. Do it digitally, writing it down, but setting goals, it makes it like measurable. I totally agree. Measurable.
So I feel like that's one thing that I need to get better at. I need to get better at organization too. Like that's one of my biggest setbacks is I'm always just like, I just go and I do, and I just like would choose a random day. And I'm like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, but it's no structure. So I feel like without the structure of being organized, I'm not like scaling the whole, I'm not building the whole thing. It's like well, I'll put one brick here this day, I'll put another brick here this day. taking too long to really. I just like stretch things out instead of like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do this day, I'm gonna do this the next day. It's like
the follow through.
Yeah, so I just feel like I'm kind of just like going on my own mind instead of having like the balance and structure of an actual, you know, goal based. Like I accomplished this goal, now this is the next goal. Like, you know, it's not the building blocks, it's just scattered. So
I definitely feel that.
Yeah, I feel like I need to get better at the organization and really like being more organized. Yeah, I feel like that's my whole.
And being organized for yourself.
Yes, because you know and that's another thing. I feel like we have this notion, and I feel like it's been ingrained in like from being in school, like 8 hours a day. It's like have your homework here, this, and I feel like when we get a job, it's like, oh, we have to be so what's the cost structure for this?
Yeah.
But we're not putting that same effort into what we want to do.
And I wonder, is it because we naturally we have the skills as we see because we could do it at work, but I feel like sometimes jobs like wear you out so much that you're putting all your energy and structure into the 8 hours you spend at work. So when you have your regular life, you just want to literally chill out. You don't want any structure because it's just like, I've been working all day doing all this. And when it's something that you don't even feel passionate about doing, you don't feel rewarded at the end of the day. You kind of feel cheated because you can put in all your energy into doing something to giving somebody else benefits, money, and scaling their company when you can't even have the energy now to do for yourself, you know? To cook a meal for yourself or organize your home, let alone like plan your dreams or like what you want to do in your personal life. Like
I totally agree with that, because even it reminds me of like how I was in college. Like in college I was a full-time student, a full-time worker. I was like putting so much energy into that, and once I graduated I was like, I want to relax. Like it's like right when I graduated in 2019, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take this time like after I graduate to really like just like try to chill, because I've been on go since like even high school. Like everything has been like I just been this. So after I graduated, I'm like, I'm gonna just take this time to like kind of like relax. That's when I like started my business, and then all of that start happening, and there was like a lot, and I'm like, this is not really relaxing. So I'm gonna take this break from my business. I'm gonna take this break from everything. Then COVID hit, and I was like, because I was like 2020, blah, 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 I'm gonna fix, you know, like fix everything.
Yeah, COVID hit and kind of set everything
back. So I think that, and even now at this time, I'm kind of finally coming back to where I was, like
being able to focus in on what you want to do.
Yeah, so I'm just really starting to be more like, I'm trying to focus on myself. I'm trying to focus on my goals. It's like you have to do stuff for you, because who's gonna take care of you
not
but
these
you?
Jobs.
Not these jobs.
Definitely not these jobs. We can't, like, not to get all highbrow, but y'all know I always get a little highbrow. Like, we can't find comfort in capitalism. Like these jobs, like no matter how much energy, support, no matter how much we put into ourselves, these jobs will never really appreciate you. They appreciate the money you can make them, but if somebody can only scale you or put into you based on the money they find that you're worth towards them, it shows that you're disposable. And the moment you stop making the money and try to focus within, rather it be within your mental health, physical health, your own business, it's going to be some kind of line there, and you're not going to feel the same support. So you, like everybody, me, you, I just feel like we just all need to like really divest from like the structures that tell us that work is going to support us and give us a good life, and believe that we can give ourselves a good life. Exactly,
because like, you can't dispose of yourself.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, even if the business don't, it's like you still have yourself. So it's like I feel like these, like you said, these jobs do not care. They dispose you like that. But if you're really scaling for yourself, and if something don't work out, you're gonna pick yourself back up and really like
figure out what to do.
And work with yourself, because these jobs aren't gonna do it. They don't care.
And when you do have jobs, like take what you can from them. Like, that's what I'm learning. Like, okay,
exactly.
like, it should be a beneficial relationship. If you have a job, like, if you're spending 8 hours a day doing something to support this job to continue to prosper and grow, what can you pull out of it? What could you learn from it to put back into yourself, to what you want to do with your future? I just feel like people should ask themselves, like, every so often when you're at a job worker under somebody else, how is the job benefiting me?
Exactly.
Where do I see myself within this job in the next 3 to 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Do I feel like if I were to get hurt or fall into a time of need to where I can't maximize their income, will they still be there for me?
Yeah.
And really put that in perspective and use those things to guide you on the way of how you want to live your future. Because you can't depend on others to give you the future you want, because that's the future that you want.
Period. Not the future that they even want for you. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care what you want.
They want to see how much you could do for them, but not how much you could do for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
period. Y'all.
Always keep that in the back of your mind when you're working for other people. Like, they might not have that malicious intention, like, intentionally, but in the back of their mind, they're working on their dreams. And their dreams include you working to help them get to their dreams. So, what part do you play in your dreams in making that happen for you?
And that's that, y'all. Seriously though, like, I feel like this is such an important topic and important, like, just important information for people, because a lot of people do get caught up. A lot of people do be like, oh, I'm gonna work for this job. This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna get this bag, and I'm gonna blah blah blah. I'm just working right now. It's not like no substantial growth.
Like,
it's not no nothing. Yeah.
Do you remember seeing that guy? He was working for Burger King for 10 years.
No, I think it was more than 10 years. Was it 10?
It was something crazy. 20 years. Something.
Yeah, I think it was 20 or 30.
Like, something crazy.
Something real crazy. And they got him a mug and a Starbucks gift card.
Like, imagine that. Imagine how many people he's serviced, how many hours he put into this company. Yeah. And they gave him a damn mug.
And you know what's crazy? So, it was somebody who worked for Sprouts right up the street. My mom, she told me the story. She was like talking to him like, oh yeah, like what's your, like, how long have you been with the company? He said he'd been there like 10 plus years. Tell me what he was making, what minimum wage raised up to. After all of the years, he's still making what minimum wage is. Like,
that's crazy.
Cause it, you know, like, gradually in California, minimum wage goes up.
Yeah.
But they're just giving him what?
The bare minimum.
Yeah, so it's not like, it's like they're increasing his pay, yeah, but everything gets increased. So you're
still getting the bare minimum. You're still getting the living wage that you can survive, not live, but survive in California.
So it's just like,
probably with a roommate.
Yeah. So people are putting so much effort into these companies where they really do not care. Like, they don't care.
Girl, speaking of that, I was my boyfriend, he loves Domino's.
Yeah.
He loves Domino's. And while I go to the Domino's, they have a sign that says, please don't feed the workers. The first time I seen it, I was just so disgusted, because I'm just like, these people come to y'all facility every day, clock in, make people food, do whatever you need them to do. How y'all gonna tell y'all customers not to feed them? Like, that's like,
feed the workers?
Dehumanizing. And I asked the worker, and he was like very nonchalant. He was like, well, regardless, we still make whatever, like, I can make whatever kind of pizza. But it's like, that's like, is that all you expect? Like, for you to be able to make your own pizza? You should be able to make your own pizza, because you work here and provide food to all these other people. They don't pay more than fucking $5, if that, to buy these ingredients for you to be able to eat every day. That's the least they can do, is allow you to make your own pizza. But to put a sign up to tell people, instruct people not to support you guys in whatever way, for what?
Wow.
Like, it's just like, that's why I really believe,
so
like, you cannot put hope in capitalism, because they do not care. At the end of the day, if you don't have some type of monetary value, like, people Rather, you're monetizing your things you like to do, like branding, everything that you're passionate about, or people putting a price on what you can do for them. It's all about money, and that's why you can't trust it, because money comes and money goes. So you can't trust something that's so like unstable. Like it comes and goes. It's not always going to be there for you. So don't depend on a job, because it's not going to always be there for you unless you have some kind of equity in that job. You have some kind of stakes. You own some kind of bond, some percentage. And most times these jobs won't even give their workers that. Somebody could work at Burger King. Why you don't own like any type of shares in Burger King?
After 30 years.
After 30 years, you can't own a restaurant. You can't franchise a restaurant you own. Like, you clearly know how to run this place. You've been here for 30 years.
Oh my
So why can't you benefit from this billion-dollar corporation?
Girl, I'm still shocked that they said they
don't
can't
feed the workers.
That is sick. That's like
crazy.
Literally like don't feed the animal, don't feed the like at the park they have signs like don't feed the ducks.
Yeah, don't feed the birds. Like,
wow.
So y'all have to focus on y'all and do what really drives y'all. Because at the end of the day, these businesses don't care about you.
Yeah, and that money is not that important, y'all. That money should not cost you your your soul, your peace, your
soul is
person.
worth more than minimum wage. It's worth more than $20 an hour. It's worth more than $25 an hour. It's worth more than you having to stay up all night and stress out if these people are gonna like you or not, or if you have to put in additional work, unpaid, unrecognized.
Girl, I got a story for you too after this, but
minimum, like
use
these jobs as stepping stones. Take what you can from them to build on what you want to build for yourself.
Exactly, and that's just that, y'all. Be free. We are people in this. We are people on this earth. We're lucky to have the reach that we have at this time, that we could really do what we want and really be independent. So we have everything at our fingertips, y'all. Just find out what you want to do and be passionate about it and get your goals there.
I feel like this segment, we got really into it. We did have another segment planned for you. Yeah. But I feel like we could definitely hold that one till next weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like we could really get into it. Yeah, and I feel like we dropped some gems for y'all.
Definitely.
Like, how do y'all feel? Talk to us in the comments.
Exactly. Tell us y'all experiences with
what's going on down to
y'all
your workplace.
Yeah. Because we could go even deeper. But yeah, let us know what you guys think about this episode. Let us know how you guys are scaling your passions, and let us know how y'all are putting basically y'all first. Put yourself first. And I feel like that's what a lot of people don't do. A lot of people depend on oh, I'm gonna give my everything to this people who don't really care in the first place. So
don't fall for the dream. That's so your dream, just don't fall for it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Do not drink the Kool-Aid.
At all.
But I do think we should do our music segment this week. Yes. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you can start, because I'm thinking.
Okay, so our music segment, if y'all don't remember, is when we talk about new music or anything we've been listening to this week. I have been loving Summer Walker, her new album.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, she dropped her EP.
Gosh, yeah.
I love when Summer Walker do her little EPs that are not so much mainstream pop R&B type. She got chill vibes. It's like Summer Walker when she was bald. I like this. With that ponytail? It's like that, it's that Erykah Badu inspired Summer Walker. So I feel like she has,
why did I listen? I don't know, I've been sleeping on new music.
She has a really good song with J. Cole on there.
Actually, I think I heard that one.
I like that one, and I like the song with Childish Gambino. Even though Childish Gambino talk about I love your hair when it's I'm through that boy.
He loved it what?
He talk about I love your hair when it's nappy. I feel like Childish Gambino be pandering. Man, you love your wife is Asian girls
and his wife is white.
Women.
You love who hair? He a capper.
Yeah, he be capping.
So don't even.
We might have another episode
for
one day
real.
on all the people be capping. happen.
Cause he for sure do. Like, boy, you know.
But yeah, I like the Summer Walker EP. My favorite song is the one with J. Cole. I forget what it's called. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
Have you been getting any scammer calls?
No, girl.
Every day I get a call from a scammer or a text message like, leave me alone.
I don't answer nothing, so I don't even know. I do not be answering nothing.
To Summer from Cole.
No, I haven't heard that.
Yeah, it's like he's almost writing her like a little letter. But I love the verse. I love J. Cole's verse. I love the vibe of the album. It's very laid back. I hear Erykah Badu all over it. And yeah, like if y'all like R&B like me, smooth listening, go check out that new Summer Walker.
Yeah.
The one with Red is not as wretched as like her last album when she's heartbroken about her.
Oh yeah.
It's like called Soft Life, so I feel like she's expressing like her trying to live a soft life. So, yeah.
That's nice. You? Let me see, cause I've been I be stuck on music from the previous.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah, but I haven't listened to Miguel has a new song. Yeah, he dropped a song called "Give It to Me," and I've been listening to that.
It's good. I've been
listening
to Miguel.
I had to like get used to it because when I first heard it, I feel like I did that with most songs. When I first hear a song, I'm like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let it like marinate. I'm gonna listen to it again, and it's like in my one of my mixes, it just like pop up, and I'm like, okay, I do like this song.
I can vibe with this.
Yeah, I listen to that. I listen to, and I feel like it's old, but I still love the Cuff It remix. That is Chef Kiss, perfect song. She did that. Whoever mixed those two, I need to find them. I need to see what else they mixed it, because that was the perfect mix. And then she just elevated it by adding like
it's like the remix was way better than the original song.
I totally agree, because that remix is everything. So I listened to those two. I haven't also listened to Mac DeMarco. He dropped.
I've been listening to Mac DeMarco all weekend.
I love me some Mac DeMarco, but he dropped like a album, but everything on there is just
instrumentals.
Yeah, but I like it. So it's like I put that in my background, and I'm like, if I'm like working, I would just listen to his little, because it's nice music, soft
it's easy listening.
Yeah, but I love me some Mac DeMarco. Also, y'all, if y'all don't know, then you better know now. James Blake.
He dropped?
Did he drop something new? I mean, what he dropped was from last year, but it's not new, but if y'all don't know James Blake, y'all better.
So that's one of the things. So y'all about to start following us. We might even put in a new segment about the adventures we go on. Did you know James Blake hosts a concert every month, like a secret concert? Follow him. He DJs. One of our coworkers went, and it was like from 10 o'clock to like 2 o'clock of him just DJing straight through. And the tickets be like $20.
Girl!
Yes, like
y'all
it's in different locations, but it's like the day of. Like he'll post tickets and be like, tonight I'm hosting here, and you have to get them when he posts.
Oh my, yes.
So we could definitely go to one of those. I didn't know you would do that, Jay.
I'm obsessed. So it's Frank Ocean, of course. Frank Ocean #1. James Blake is #2.
Taste.
Yes.
She got taste.
James Blake is my #2.
I love James Blake.
I fell in love with his music.
The voice is so like somber.
Yes, like I first heard the song in like 2013. When I heard, I'm just like, what is this? Like this is like musical gold, and I just like started following him, and like this Overgrown album, y'all. If y'all don't know, make sure go listen to Overgrown. James Blake.
Y'all better know that.
That's like that's like the start. Overgrown. I know every song word for word. I listened to that album like probably like over like 100 times because I love it so much. Like that's in my circle. Frank Ocean and James Blake. So I'm gonna y'all on now if y'all don't know James Blake, and he did a lot of like. This song with, who is it? He just did this,
You know what would be cool if we did a monthly playlist for the podcast?
Oh yeah, with Don Toliver, he just has a song. It's good.
I'm about to bump it on the way home. Yeah. I love me some Don Toliver and I love me some James.
Yeah, like, and they did that. And if you heard his last album too, it's just this song on his last. Oh my gosh, this song on his last album.
Which one?
Frozen, featuring Jid.
I know that whole album.
This song.
I don't know like the names of each one, but I know because I listened to the album a lot.
Yeah.
I listened to that album and the one before.
Okay, yeah. This song though, when I first heard it, I'm just like,
what is it? Frozen?
Mm-hmm.
You know what's my shit? I can't believe the way we flow. Mm-hmm.
Which one is that?
It's not.
It's this album?
Is it that album? No.
I don't really vibe with this one.
The Color of Anything. Is this the one with Rosalia?
Don't think so.
No, I think it's actually off the album we were just on. Can't Believe the Way We Flow. Show me. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find it though.
We're gonna listen to it after hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is our music segment.
Yes.
If y'all
James Blake, Mac DeMarco, Summer Walker, easy listening.
Easy, vibey, lovely music. Y'all check it out. But yeah, I feel like this episode is longer than usual, y'all. And not too much longer, but just the right amount of longer to give y'all all the information.
But we're back. Like,
we're definitely in a vibe, y'all. And take those gems that we talked about.
Yes.
If y'all feeling stuck, if y'all feeling weird in y'all situation, in y'all careers, in y'all jobs, just know that, excuse me.
Bless you.
Just thank you. Just know that y'all can do anything.
And y'all have everything within you to create the life you want to live.
Exactly.
Listen to that voice that's getting quieter and quieter, that tells you exactly what you want to do. Do not be afraid. We always talk about let go and fear. We've talked about that in multiple episodes. It's really about letting go of fear, taking in what you're passionate about, using your tools like networking to get there and setting your goals to get there, and just believing in yourself.
Yes.
Like, we create the future we want. We are human beings. We have free will, and the coolest people that I look up to literally create the life they want to create.
Exactly.
Whether it be your favorite celebrity, your favorite musician, they went after what they wanted.
That's just remind me. Sorry, just to add an extra music. Tyler created extra songs.
He dropped more music.
Not more, but from
Yes, it's
if y'all
and Frank Fayez, Brit Fayez.
Oh, he did too.
Dropped a new song with Marshmello. It's fire.
Yeah.
I just feel like mad people are dropping. Summer's coming.
Yes.
Like, it's about to be a vibe.
It's definitely The music scene is about to pop.
Yes. So. Yes.
I feel like that wraps up our episode.
Yes, this has been our episode.
Yes.
Please continue to support, share with a friend, rate our podcast, stream wherever you can find podcasts, whether that be Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music. We drop every week, so make sure y'all support. Leave a comment, and we will see y'all next time. Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you. Bye.